Hi everyone, and welcome to Ctrl Alt Craft. Rose with you, and today we are going to make, hopefully, some soap that I've designed based on a bubble tea. Now apologies if it's a bit echoey, I'm filming this in my garage, and there's a really noisy bloke outside with a motorbike right now, so you can probably hear that as well. Unfortunately, this is all I've got to work with in my new house, so this will have to do. So we're going to start by chopping up about 700 grams, maybe 600 of the melt and pour base from Stevenson. I've got the shea and oatmeal, and then I've also got a hemp base, crystal clear melt and pour, which we're also going to use, but we're going to start with this one. We're not going to use all of the 600 to 700 grams in one hit. We're just going to use maybe about 300 grams and mix it in with jojoba beads to make it kind of look like bubble tea. So let's get started. So I've cut up my soap into about 1 centimeter to 2 centimeter cubes. And I'm going to chuck that in the microwave for about 30 seconds at a time, stirring in between to make sure it's fully melted. Alrighty, so we've melted down our base. I have put it in for 2 lots of 30 seconds. I have a 1000-watt microwave, I think, so we'll see how it goes. I'm just stirring it to make sure that all the last chunky bits are melting. And then we're going to just keep stirring it until it reaches about 125 degrees Fahrenheit. At which point we'll add the colorant and the jojoba beads. So I'll just keep stirring for a little bit. While that's cooling, I thought I might grate some of these. These are bricks out of soap that I had that was just too much soap, so I made them into little bricks at the end. Just gold yellow mica on a clear base. And I'm going to grate these because I think I might decorate the top of them. I don't know. We'll see how we go. Alrighty, just taking the temperature to make sure it reaches 125. We don't want it too low, but we don't want it too high. So we're just going to wait for a little bit and see what that reads. Cool. So it turns out my thermometer actually no longer works, which is great. So, I don't really know what to do right now. I guess we'll just wing it. I'm going to say that's probably cool enough. I'm going to add some, oh, this is a bit gross, matte yellow liquid pigment from Crafter's Choice. How much of that am I going to add? Actually, I'm going to give that a bit of a shake first. Oop. Don't mind me, just getting colorant everywhere. Alrighty, and we'll just add only a few drops. Probably about that much. What do you reckon? I'll just eyeball it. You can always add more, but you can't take away. And we're also going to add some Crafter's Choice Light Gold Shimmer Mica. Now, I do this by, if I can open it, where have I opened it? I get a, what is that, like a potato peeler, and I peel off a bit. Don't know if you can see that. Pop it out. I just peel off a little bit, because you don't need much. It's just to give it a bit of a shimmer. And we'll chuck that in there as well. And we'll go ahead and give that a stir. Really want it to be a lot brighter than that. There we go, that's a bit brighter. I need a little bit more. Maybe just a smidge more. Alrighty, now because I hope that it's cool enough, we're going to add the Jojoba Beads. Now they're not big like the pearls are in bubble tea, but I'm hoping that they'll give a similar effect. Again, I'm just eyeballing it. I don't really know what I'm doing. But the idea is that we want it suspended in the soap. I think that's staying suspended. That's pretty good. Might add a little bit more though. That's looking much better. Alright, we're going to go ahead and pour that into our soap mold. Alright, here is our soap mold. And I'm just going to pour this in. Alrighty, and we are going to just spray that with a bit of rubbing alcohol. That helps eliminate all the air bubbles that rise to the top and also helps it stick to the next layer. Alright, so I have cleaned out my container. I've just scraped it all off, let it cool and then scrape it all off. Because I'm going to use more yellow in the next layer, so there's no real point in washing it up. So next we're going to cut up some more soap. I would probably cut, I don't know, again I'm eyeballing it, I'm not really measuring it, it's up to you. Maybe about just under half of what we have left. So I'll use this half. Yeah, I think that'll work. We'll do that. Alrighty, I am going to put in my colorant and my mica. I have no idea how much of this I need to put in to make it match the other one. So I'm just going to eyeball it again. And a bit of mica. I even get to it? There we go. I'm also going to have to put in more than I did last time because this is a bigger batch, so. Alright, let's see how we go with that much. And we can always add more, but we can't take away. I think that's pretty much spot on. Excellent. Alrighty. Now, we are going to put that to one side. It's probably still a little bit too hot, but I just want to check. We are going to check just by lightly pressing on the top to see if a firm skin has formed. That means that the layers won't mix, like it's not going to melt the top layer. So that's a firm foundation. How hot is that? Do I want to stick my finger in it? Probably not. We are going to spritz this top layer with rubbing alcohol just to help the two layers stick together. The great thing about making soap in winter is that it cools really quickly. The bad thing is it cools really quickly. So the skin on this is now perfect for me to pour the next layer on, but I can't because this is too hot, but I'm hoping it'll cool quick enough that I can pour it on. I'm just going to go ahead and pour it on. Even if the layers mix a little bit, I think that'd be good for a nice seamless transition. So I'm going to go ahead and pour that all on. I've just realized something absolutely terrible. I've actually forgotten to add the fragrance oil. So we're gonna very quickly chuck that in. I do not recommend forgetting the fragrance oil. That's quite a big mistake, but I think I've managed to incorporate it without disturbing the soap too much. That's good. I have no idea how much I just poured in, but it worked. So, oh my goodness, it smells amazing as well. Okay, so we're going to spritz that top layer with some rubbing alcohol. And we are going to start on our next layer. So being the really smart person I am, I forgot to actually hit the film button. So all you missed is that I cut up, what do you reckon, about 300 grams of melt and pour hemp oil base. It's a clear base. It's not totally transparent, but I don't want it totally transparent, so that works out fine. I'm just stirring it now, trying to get rid of big lumps. I may have to put it back in for a little bit. I'm gonna make this pink. So I have Pink Slippers Sparkle Mica from Crafter's Choice and Magenta Liquid Dye. I don't actually know where this is from. Oh, from Candle Supply. So there you go. I am gonna try and remember to add the fragrance oil this time because I forgot to do that. And then when we pour it, we're gonna very quickly add our embeds, which are these pink straws, to make sure they come out of the top. And then we're also gonna add our grated soap to the top for decoration. I am gonna stick this back in one more time and then we should be good to go. While that's still melting, I'm gonna add my colorants. I'm going to add a bit of Pink Slippers Mica. This gives it a nice shimmer as well, not just like a stagnant color. We'll see how that turns out. Oh yes, very shimmery. And we will add a bit of pink, probably 1, maybe 2 drops, if I can open it. Oh, well, that's a fun time. I'll have to clean that up later. All right, we'll just try 1 drop. I reckon that's probably enough, 1 drop. That with the mica, I think that's good. Oh, but it is gonna, maybe I'll put a second one in. Because it is gonna be, like, looking at it now, I'm looking at it in all its volume, but when you chop up the bars, it won't be as strong a color because it's transparent. So 2 drops should be enough. I'm going to add my fragrance oil, remembering that this time. Oh, that smells so good. I'm trying to think, it reminds me of something. Like, yes, it's raspberry lemonade, but oh, it reminds me of something else as well. All right, now we're gonna take our loaf. We are going to spray it first. That's going to help the layers stick. Now, I'm not sure how hot this is, but I do want it a bit hot because I want the layers to merge a little. So we're gonna go ahead and just really close pour that on. Oh! Well, this may or may not be a complete disaster, but I'm just gonna keep going anyway because I've already started. So we'll just keep stirring this to make sure that that stays fine. I've decided to go ahead and mix it in as some kind of swirl because I've already ruined it. I may as well go all the way. I'm going to stick our straws in. Oop. If they stay, which they don't. How many do we reckon we're going to need? Space them out evenly. one doesn't want to stay down on the end. Alright, not quite working the way I was hoping. Ow. Cool, so I'm burning myself. Okay, so I've removed all the embeds because I stuffed that up. I am going to sprinkle a bit of this on top. And hopefully it's not too much of a disaster. I'm going to spritz that with rubbing alcohol. Alrighty, trying one more time to add some embeds now that the soap's set up a little more. My hands are absolutely covered in soap, which is not helping. Alrighty. I have somewhat not really successfully managed to put the straws in. They look rubbish, but they're in. So we're just gonna see how that goes, I guess. I am just gonna take a pinch of soap safe glitter and just sprinkle that on top. Because what's a bit of soap without a bit of sparkle? We're just going to spritz that with rubbing alcohol again. And now we play the waiting game. So I'll come back probably tomorrow morning and chop all these up and see how we go. Oh, it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. I stuffed it a few times, but I haven't made soap in over like 2 months, so I've kind of forgotten what I'm doing. I hope this works out. Please, Lord, work out. Alrighty, so here is a close-up of the soap. Bit of a mess. Bit of a mess, not gonna lie. Hopefully it turns out really cool. We'll see you tomorrow, I guess. Alrighty, we are back the next morning. It's been about 15 hours. I'm still in my pajamas. I don't know if you can see that in the shot. I haven't even had my morning coffee yet. So this could all end disastrously. But I'm so excited to cut it open. I was thinking about it last night. I was like, what if this is one of those videos where it's like all a disaster, but then you cut it open and it's actually a surprise success? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. So let's unmold the loaf. So it looks a bit more like a strawberry cheesecake, which isn't too bad. I don't mind the mottly. It's not what I was going for, but I guess we'll have to cut it open to see what the rest of it looks like. I am grateful though that the layer of bubbles in the bubble tea stayed separate to the rest. I just hope it doesn't come apart when I cut it open. Look at that! Geez, that's pretty cool. I actually don't mind that. It's like a little bit of a drop swirl kind of thing happening. The top. You know what, that's actually not too bad a soap. I'm reasonably happy with that. Look at that! I am actually so happy with that. I think this is one of those mistake gone success videos. That actually looks great. It still looks like a bubble tea, and it smells amazing. I am actually so happy with that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like it. I don't sell my soaps as of yet, but if I do, I'll keep you posted. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, you know the drill, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye! Alrighty, so we've melted down our base. Oh, I'm recording. Just taking the temperature, making sure